What is happening, guys? Welcome to the Thursday before stream. I'm FPL Dave. Usually we have James and he's right here with me, but he's on holiday because he deserves time off too. He works tirelessly. He's a great guy. You should definitely check his stuff out on Reddit and all that blah blah blah. But this week instead we have an even better guest, I think, or at least a better a much better background and history on FPL. It's Flapjack. Hey man, how's it going?
Hello. I've just realised how ridiculous these headphones look. You said they look good.
I said they sound good. I said they're cool that they're wireless. I didn't say you look
I got
good.
Confused. Yeah, it's too late to change them now, so we just go with it.
Okay, so for people who don't know who you are, you're all over the place. You're like Twitter. You're in the Wolf Pack. I've seen you on streams. I've seen you on podcasts. Who are you? Are you Elmo?
This is my first stream. The first stream I've ever been on. Yeah, the first. Yeah.
Oh, I feel really happy about that for no reason. Yeah. I just feel kind of nice. Hold on, I'm gonna turn down the music. Bam. All right, sorry. Continue. So tell the stream a little bit about yourself while I pour myself a nice drink.
Cause you know what? I've been interviewing for jobs all day, so I've answered a lot of those questions. I feel like I can answer it differently.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I've been playing FPL for like 8 years now.
Holy shit.
I only joined Twitter and this whole community in the summer just gone. And now I seem to be on podcasts and now a stream. So
yeah, you've been doing really well. Someone mentioned on Twitter like, oh, he was on Surgery podcast and now he's on a stream. You're going up. And I
that was FPL's Latan. So I think he was taking the piss a bit.
I think he definitely was. I met you and him on the same day when I went down to London. It was really, really good. I made the joke that you're only on here because you're on Surgery, but to be honest, like your history speaks for itself. We can look at it in a little bit if you want. Yeah. So you've got 4 top 10k finishes. You've been top 4 last year, I think. And your best finish was
4. I was in top
4K. Sorry, he was 4th, guys. No, top 4 would be 3rd, wouldn't it? Best finish 2,214th, and you're not here for the Pookie anymore. Are you disappointed in Pookie? You've still got it in your bloody Twitter thing.
well, he did me so well. I captained him game week 2. He got me a hat trick. I was a high on life.
Oh yeah.
And then I took all the price rises, and I just held on to that guy, and his value plummeted. And everyone else got off on the right time. But
did you?
And then he started scoring again.
Yeah. Wait, did you get rid of him close enough to the scoring again to be annoyed about dropping him?
Yeah. I got rid of him. I kept him to my wild card. Do you remember they played on a Friday night against Watford?
I do.
And I wanted to keep him, but I didn't because I was on wild card. Probably 2 weeks later, he started scoring again. Yeah. So I had I can't complain about the hat trick. That was nice.
I mean, yeah, no, that's good. If it makes you feel any better, I brought Sterling in for that 8-0 that he was benched, and he was also benched last game week, and I had him in my team as well.
Who was did you captain him for the Brighton game?
No, I don't think I captained him, but I definitely did. Like, I changed Aguero over for him, I think, at that point. It was just horrible. So we've all had horror stories. But you are flying this year, right? Or maybe not flying, but you're doing so much better than me. Everyone's flying to me.
Yeah, have you broke the top million yet?
No, not yet. But I love that you mentioned that.
I heard. I was listening to the Fantasy Bet podcast.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I'm kind of hoping that I don't do it, because if I don't, then that means that they have to wildcard for me. Like, they need to fix my team, and I feel like they'll do a better job than I would anyway. So hopefully I stay outside the top million.
When will they wildcard for you?
Well, I said to them, if I don't do well in my game week 24, then they can do what they want. Like, we'll wildcard game week 25 and we'll see how we do.
Okay. Oh, that's soon then. That's really soon.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I might not bring in 3 Liverpool players.
Do you trust them?
Yeah. Well, I don't trust James. I'm not going to let James anywhere near it. But definitely.
That was what I meant. Do you trust James?
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't. He'll do it just for like a tweet. He'll absolutely destroy any bridge that he has built with anyone just to make someone laugh. It's horrible. He's a horrible human being. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. He's really, really lovely. But it's really good to have you. Sorry, what you were saying? Where are you overall ranked this week?
I'm 138k.
Thank God.
But do you know what? I'm actually. This is going to sound really ungrateful. I'm actually quite annoyed about it.
Well, I mean, it's bad in your opinion, or like in your history. That's
It's
not
not
good.
even because it's not even because of my history, because that would be quite arrogant. It's more the fact how my game weeks have gone. So I had the best start I've ever had,
Yeah.
and I mean ever had, and yeah, I've just plummeted. I think this is the lowest I've been since game week 1. I think. Do you see what I mean? Because
Really?
I wildcarded quite late, so I was about at one point I was 19k, and I had my
Right.
wild card, and then I mean obviously I'm happy, but I'd have rather
Hmm.
gone from a million to where I am now.
Yeah, as opposed to the other way
Than
around, because it looks like you're
yeah,
failing. It looks like you're not doing
exactly,
well.
because that's
That's
all we
you.
really care about.
This is all we care about. But like, oh my god, man, this is fucking impressive. This is impressive.
I
2,000,
started
six
well.
thousand, 29,000, 8,000, and that was back in 2012 when only like 4 million people played. So that's amazing. That's probably the same as like this 8,000. Maybe even the 8,000 is a bit more impressive because 2016-17 like 2 million more players had been added by then. That's
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't really realise until probably a couple of years ago, because I only used to play with my friends, and I'd be known as the guy I'd win the mini league against them.
and then you would be like, "Oh yeah, I won the mini league." No.
Yeah, I didn't really know that 2000. I mean, it still sounds a bit crap, doesn't it? I can say shit, I can say anything, can't I? But
Yeah. Wow.
it doesn't sound very good coming
Who says
2000.
crap?
Yeah, I know. Trying to be PG.
Yeah. So I just want to say hello to everyone who came in the stream, old and new viewers. If you're new, you can absolutely follow, and you'll get a wee email whenever I stream, so you don't need to stalk me on Twitter or anything. We've got old favorites. Liam's here. FPL Jamie L. I called him Jamil last week. It was incorrect. It's Raw. Calm. Obviously, you're here, buddy. Been tweeting me like mad today, so he has. He's just, it's unbelievable how good he is at tweeting me. Colm is. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, and you've also, someone said, that's called Corf1927 has said, oi, oi, Flappy.
Oh, he's in the wolf pack. Hello, Corf.
There you go. What's happening, buddy? Welcome to the stream. All right, so what would you like to talk about? What are we getting into this week?
Part of me wants to talk about your team, but I know you've got the plan to wildcard.
Yeah, no, we can absolutely talk about my team. I love talking about my team. I love other people fixing my team. I love to throw James into it. Like, I don't tell him what we're talking about. And I go, "What are we doing this week?" Go, "I have no idea." But you've done amazing. you're absolutely going to be doing this next week, and James is on his arse, I think. We got the exact same amount of points, so I've got your team up on the screen just now. We got the exact same amount of points this week.
Oh, is
that
that
makes
my
me
team?
kind of happy. This is your team, yeah.
I thought it looked familiar.
Do you recognize it?
Yeah, I do recognise it. Yeah, I had Muset for 24 hours. That was fun.
Oh, really? Did you bring him in and you've got rid of him now?
Yeah, well, I got him in instead of Aguero. and then I found out he was benched. So I had to bench him.
He came on in the 59th minute.
Yeah, and he should have scored as well.
Yeah, Holly's been raging about him for like the past 14 weeks or something. She brought him in and because she didn't have anyone else to get, and she's like, "Alex, it'll be good." And it was good for a little bit, but he's totally not been playing anymore. So is he like the sore point in your team?
I mean, he's gone. 2 of these players are gone already. Muset's gone. And the other player I've lost, I'm really sad about because I've had him a while, and that's James Maddison.
Oh, no. I know he had such a good run, but everyone's going to get rid of him. What's your excuse?
I needed Ings. Although news today is he might be rested. So
yeah. No, I read that back, by the way. That was rubbish.
What do you think it's misquoted?
Not misquoted, but it was just that was the second half of the quote. Like, the first one was like, he's played 90 minutes so many times and I haven't seen any fatigue. He's been doing really well. Obviously, we can't play him every game, and we do have a busy schedule coming up. But that's like, it was like, yes, he's amazing. We can't play him every game, but you can't play any player every game. So I don't really...
could miss the cup game then, couldn't
he?
Yeah,
I would miss the cup game if I was him. I mean, they're doing so well in the league. They could actually place very well. And they'll probably make more money from that if they get like a top 10 finish.
Yeah, probably.
So FPL Jamie L. I'm just going to call him Jamie. I don't know why I keep saying the L. It's because you read it as Jamil. How long have you had Mapai, Flappy, considering getting him in, but underlying stats not great and eye test not too good either? That's a good question. I want that answered.
Yeah, he was one. I got him in... I chose between him, Calvert-Lewin and Ings about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it was a bad choice. He got an assist within about 2 minutes of me owning him.
Mm-hmm.
But his fixtures, I mean, his stats are awful. I think he had I think it was 2 shots in the last 4 games. I'm actually pulling that number out my arse. It could be wrong, but his stats are not impressive. But the next 2 fixtures, maybe even 3 or 4 fixtures, they're incredible, aren't
They're
they?
so good, yeah. The last 4, he played Tottenham, Bournemouth, Chelsea, and Everton. Now, obviously, Bournemouth, he got that assist, and he could have had more. So I'm not too worried about that one. But Tottenham's like, they're not a pushover. I mean, I know they're shite right now, but they're not like the worst team ever. And then Chelsea are kind of finding their feet again. Everton the same. So like, it's been a hard couple of games for them. And the only one that he did well in was against Bournemouth, who we'd expect it.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, the next 2 are amazing, aren't they? So maybe I got him in a bit early.
Yeah, you might be onto it. Or late,
Yeah.
and I mean, he did get that 9-8-6, that 3 goals in a row thing, 15,
Yeah, I
16,
missed that.
17. That's when I got Ings, actually. Not to sound too
Oh yeah, I
smug
forgot you've had Ings ages.
for
Yeah,
a long time. And it's the only thing keeping me going. Like, every
That's
salty
what-
tear.
that's why you're reading into these quotes so much. Like,
Yeah, well, I've got him. I need to make sure because it would be annoying. But his price has been mental, so I love the fact that he's risen so much. I'm actually planning to get Mapai in this week. Believe it
You
or
are?
not, yeah. I've got
Beautiful.
Abraham still, and
well, they got Newcastle, haven't they?
they've got Newcastle. But I gave him the last game and he scored. But I really need to start making waves so I can bring in my triple threat in my Liverpool guys. You already have them though. So what made you decide to go Alexander-Arnold, Salah, and Mane?
I had Salah and Trent anyway, and then it was the whole thing last week where I had Kane. I had Kane who was injured, had
Yeah.
0.8 million in the bank, and I had 2 free transfers, and it was a coin flip between getting Mane in early, the sensible move, or getting Aguero in for Kane, which
Right,
I had the
okay.
exact money for. And I saw your tweet earlier in the week, so I don't want to go on about almost getting Aguero in, but
There were so many people being like, "Oh, I had Mars on the brain and then didn't do it." But like, you had a screenshot and you genuinely talked about it. So I mean, it was you were a bit further along in that
the
thought
truth
process.
is,
than
though,
anyone.
I wouldn't have captained Aguero. I was very tempted to get him in, but I don't think I'd have had the guts to pull the trigger. So maybe it's just more sensible I got Mane in. Maybe.
I
I'm
mean,
still 17 points down on it.
yeah, but Aguero might not play, right? It's happening, Daffs. That noise is when Daffs comes in. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna turn it off. To be honest, he hosts me from his Twitch like with one viewer, and it's just him, just so that his name comes up, and it's just such a wee cheeky thing. Thank you for joining the stream, buddy.
Yeah, see,
Appreciate it.
I didn't hear the noises, do I?
Nah, you'll be muted.
I remember I once I created a new Twitch account just to subscribe to you, and then it comes
Oh.
up with this Aguero.
Yeah, I would love to that. If anyone wants to subscribe right now, we could listen to that thing.
Subscribe might be the wrong word then.
No, subscribe is it? So follow is just like
Okay.
a little Messi noise when Messi
Oh, maybe I
scores.
did that then.
And then Aguero is the subscriber button when you guys give me your Twitch Prime thing that you guys get for free. That would be lovely. So yeah, moving back to FPL, so cash whoring you out. Mapai, I'm kind of wanting to bring him in. I can show you my team just now. Let me find it. So right now, this is my team from last week. I got 54 points as well. And I didn't bring in anyone, but I had Sterling, which is really, really annoying. Like the most annoying thing ever.
That's annoying. Who
And
came in for him?
who came in? Kelly, I think it was.
Oh
Kelly
yeah,
for
I
2
probably could have
points.
guessed that actually.
Kelly. I wouldn't have played Kelly. But no, it's really frustrating, but I didn't do anything wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like I looked at the hole that was where Salah's going to go, and I was like, who do I want until then? Because Liverpool have bad fixtures up until their double game week. What I'll do is I'll bring in Sterling because he has great fixtures. And the first game I got him in, he scored 2 goals, and then the next one he was benched, and the next one he was benched, and then the next one he was benched, I'm pretty sure. Or no, he got the 2 goals, then he got nothing against Sheffield United, and then he was benched and brought on for like a minute, and then he got benched again. And it's just like, if I keep him for another week and he gets benched again, I'll have no one to blame but myself.
The thing is though, he's got to play.
Do you
It's
think
almost
so?
like the more he's benched, the more he's bound to play. I mean, Pep loves him.
Do you
I
think?
know he's not been playing him, but
Because I don't think he loves him anymore because they play so much better without him. Or what do you think?
it's a tough one because they're not really playing for anything.
Yeah. So do you think
So
they're holding him for the cups?
it's easy to say when it's not me. So I've not been emotionally affected by
Yeah.
him being benched the last 2 weeks. But I probably would hold him.
Yeah, I think I might, which is really frustrating because he's just in my team. He's 11.8 million worth of just absolute shit in my hands. You know what I
What
mean?
would
He's
be
just sitting there.
yeah? I can see- What would the plan be if you got rid of him then? Would it be to get Salah or
Yeah, I would just be getting Salah in, and it would be a
because he
simple
yeah.
swap. I've got to find 0.3 million or something from somewhere, and then I've got enough money to do it. So I was actually planning on doing Traore down to Cantwell this week, and then
I
next
like
week I can
that.
do Salah because Traore might be injured. They've also lost their form, and their Europa League fixtures are starting up soon. So there's a lot of ifs about Traore. Although I really do like his harder fixtures, Liverpool and Tottenham and all that shit.
Yeah,
Who's he got? Liverpool, Man United.
Cantwell's an odd one because Cantwell's this week he looks incredible.
Yeah.
After that, I'm not so sure. I mean, I've got Cantwell myself, and
Are you playing him this week?
I'm playing him this week. Yeah, and I'm happy to play him. But if you look at his fixtures, he's only really good in him and Norwich are only really good in home fixtures. And if you look at their next home fixtures, they're awful. I think they've got 2 away fixtures after this.
Yeah, I've got them
And
up
it's
on
like
screen just now.
Liverpool. I can see them. Yeah.
Bournemouth, then Tottenham, then Newcastle. Newcastle's actually, I don't know what's going to happen when Lascelles is coming back. They might actually be good.
Saturday. Plus, it's away. Norwich don't score away.
No, I know exactly. And they've got
So
Liverpool, Wolves, and
you've got
Leicester. Aye,
So really, you might only play him in Liverpool and Leicester,
but
then
that's
this week
fine
looks
because
incredible.
he would technically then just be my 11th man, and I could move him on for Fleck after. I was thinking about doing that. So after the next 2 games, Sheffield United go on that really good run, don't they?
Really good run. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at tripling up on them.
Oh really? Oh, because you've got Henderson, right?
I've got Henderson and Lundstrom. Yeah, and I'm looking at getting Egan or whatever his name is, or one of those one of the wing backs like Stevens, Bulldog.
Yeah. See, that's a good idea. So you'd be triple in defence. Wow.
Yeah, and just see what happens. I mean, every clean sheet's can be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Oh, now I want to do that. See, because I've also got Schmeichel in there, and Leicester's defence has been called into question recently. So I've doubled up on them. So I could easily swap those both over. But yeah, in regards to Cantwell, if I'm bringing him in for 2 week punt and then game week 25 I swap him out for Fleck. Fleck's got an amazing run and they're pretty much the same price. And he would be my first sub, I think, or my 11th man, either or. Daft says I'm picking a differential captain this week, Cantwell captain, and I brought in Trossard and Cantwell for a -4. Daft's is like 10,000k or something. He's flying this year. In every punt, I always look at it and go, "You're nuts," and then it works. He had captain Aguero, for example, last week.
Who's this? This is Cole.
This is Dav03.
Oh, Davs. Is he the guy that streams his own?
Yep, host me for one person.
There we go. Cantwell captain.
Oblivious Gaming, how's it going, buddy?
I don't mind the Cantwell captain, actually. I wouldn't have the guts for it myself.
No. Oblivious says Pep loves results and Sterling's a tap-in merchant. And It's Raw redeemed his highlight his message just to post the PogChamp thing, which is amazing. 90 is effective on $2. Cantwell could have a blank in game week 28. Aye, so I wouldn't be holding them for that long at all. Was that a cheeky vape? Did I just see that?
Oh, sorry.
Are you smoking on my stream?
I thought no one could see. It's like I didn't do anything else.
No, I know. No one can see, but I can fucking see.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
I wouldn't do it when I was on camera.
No, it's absolutely okay. I don't mind. I'm only kidding. It's funny, guys. You missed it. He came in and he was all sweaty and nervous for the stream, and he was like, "Oh God, can I change my t-shirt?"
It's raining very heavily down here in Berkshire.
So I think I would be bringing Cantwell in. So what are your plans for like the next couple of fixtures then? Because you've obviously just made your transfers. What are you up to? What's in
the
your head?
-4 as well.
Oh,
so
did
I've
you?
got. Yeah, I'd had a couple of drinks when I did it. To be fair, I mean I don't hate what I've done.
Drunk flapjack.
Yeah, what I'm known for. So yeah, I decided
You're
instead
absolutely hammered, man.
I know, mate. Honestly, I can't remember much. I don't really remember getting home.
You didn't really get home, did you? Not for a long time.
No, I made it home. I got put on a train, and then I had to contact my bank to find out why I'd taken all this money out because I'd taken £60 out in somewhere in Middlesex, and then £40 was just around the corner from my flat. So
That's
was
so
trying to,
funny. 40
yeah,
quid to get to your flat from around the corner. This was the Christmas meetup in London, by the way, guys.
yeah.
And the first time I'd met Flapjack, and he was a little bit drunk when I got there, because you had gotten to the pub before everyone else. Is that right? Because you just
Got there
travelled straight
first.
from work.
Yeah, I got there first. And the awkward thing is, I don't know anyone. Like, obviously, if you walked in, people would know you, or you're
Yeah,
walking in with Mark and
no big
James and
deal.
Ollie.
No big deal.
No, but I didn't know if anyone was like, I didn't recognize a single person. So
Yeah.
I walked in, then I went for a pint around the corner on my own. Then I went back in, and again, I didn't recognize anyone. Then suddenly I recognized Tom.
Right.
Obviously, even when I introduced myself as Rich, he's like, okay.
Yeah,
And then,
because
so I
you
have to
don't
say,
look
I have
like
to say,
Elmo, do you?
no, I don't. That's the problem. People thought I'd be a lot younger. Like,
That's funny. No, you look kind of my age, right? Ish. If
how old are you?
I look a lot younger than I am. I'm 26.
Okay, I'm 34. I'd think then.
So you look a lot younger than you are. Or you look a lot,
Maybe,
yeah, you look younger. You look about my
maybe it's
age. Maybe a bit
maybe
older.
it's sweat. I don't know. It's not sweat. It's rain.
All right, FPL. I keep this has happened, so I just get
Oh
backtracked.
yeah.
You were answering my question. What was my question? What are your plans? Transfers?
Question
Yes,
was,
go.
yeah, my plans. So yeah, I did the transfer when I'd had a couple of drinks,
Nice one.
and
Love that.
yeah, so I got rid of I can't even remember his name. He was in my team that long. Muset. I got rid of Muset for Ings,
Yeah.
but to enable it, I had to take Madison out, and I went Madison to Hayden. So I've got
Hayden.
1.3 in the bank. Yeah, I could have got Decore, but I think I wanted to play Cantwell this week. So whoever I
Yeah.
got, I'd have been benching.
Right. Okay. I see.
So I've just decided because I need to clear a lot of money out my team. I've got rotating goalkeepers, so
I
I've got
noticed
half
that.
a million spent more than I need to.
When are you planning on your wild card? Is it ages away?
No, probably as soon as possible. I mean, I've already bench boosted to make
I
the chip
remember
strategy a bit easier.
I'm doing my own thing this year, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I started to do it without an actual plan. Like I didn't have a plan in my mind. I just thought it would be a lot easier if I didn't have to wildcast thinking I need to bench boost, in 37 or 34 or
Yeah, it means you can wild card like for the doubles.
exactly, and I don't have to because I don't know the bench boost. You always get a few players rotated,
Mm-hmm.
so I think I got 16 points off the bench boost I did, so I'm
That's
happy
pretty
with
good.
that.
That
Yeah,
is good.
9 points of that was Rico, and it was only because he got subbed off early against Palace.
I remember that, and then they conceded.
Yeah, I was very lucky. And 3 bonus points, but yeah, so I got quite lucky with the bench boost. But yeah, so I'm happy to wildcard quite early, to be honest. I just don't know exactly when.
Just whenever it feels right. I mean, you've got 3 Liverpool anyway, right? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
this was last week's. You've got
Oh,
3 Liverpool just now. So you've got
Hey,
Salah, Mane, and Alexander Arnold. You've got the Lundstrom and Soyuncu. I'm assuming we can talk about in a little bit. Vardy's in there, Cantwell, De Bruyne. Aye, so this is pretty much the team you're going to be playing next week, right? Other than
I just want to downgrade quite a lot. Like I want to downgrade Gazaniga to someone else. I want to downgrade Rico and Kelly,
Mhm.
probably to Williams or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's quite a bit of I want to downgrade about 3 or 4 players to upgrade because at the moment my fourth midfielder is Campbell and then my fifth midfielder is Hayden.
Yeah.
So
Who's
unless
Hayden again? Is he a nobody? He's a nobody, right?
Hayden's just like a 4.3. He's
He's
your El Neni.
Newcastle, right?
He's Newcastle, yeah, but he does play.
Oh, so he's worse than El Neni, as he plays, but he's shite. Whereas
He
El
gets
Neni's
2 points or so.
consistently
Yeah, I knew you
zero.
were going to say that.
You can't fight it. It's unfightable. There's a logic in there. He's the most
Have you still
consistent player.
have you still got him?
I'm never getting rid of him in my whole life. I'm gonna sign him next season. No, I was thinking about upgrading him. So, but yeah, we can chat about my team. We'll do a wee rate my team, and you can help me out. Madison's away, and you've got a bunch of money in the bank. You're obviously you've got a little bit of dead weight that you want to get rid of. Are you going to be putting that into one player? Or are you upgrading a lot of like little players to be a little bit better? Or are you like, saving money for Aguero?
Oh no, so Madison's now Hayden,
Yep.
and then I've got Ings instead. So just imagine Ings instead of Madison. But yeah, I want to either upgrade Cantwell, or I could look at going 4 at the back, because that's where I kind of want to have that triple Sheffield United.
Yeah. And then you just be playing Alexander Arnold alongside them.
Yeah, so yeah, I'd have Henderson in goal,
Mm-hmm.
Lundstrom and Igan, for example, with Trent. I think that might work. And then, I mean, I'm looking at Sidibe as well because
Yeah.
I don't know if I want Soyuncu past the next two fixtures.
I posted my my new article. That's another plug. See, I'm always doing stuff, guys. I've got podcasts, I've got streams, I've got mate. Come on now. I need a sponsor for this shit. I posted my FPL FAQ thing, and I talked about a little bit about budget defenders. And someone's like, "Oh, you haven't mentioned Holgate," but like they're coming into some horrible fixtures. And then when I was thinking about it, I was like, "Oh, you know what? Last year, everyone got rid of Dean." Coming up to their horrible fixture run towards the end of the season, and he hadn't been doing very well. Do you remember? He hadn't been doing that
Yeah,
well, and everyone got rid of him, and then he got assist, and a clean sheet, then a clean sheet, then an
that was a
assist, and then an
crazy run.
assist, then a clean sheet, then a goal. He scored the best free kick I've ever seen in my fucking life, and it was the week after I got rid of him. I was fuming, and I was having a good season. I didn't have any reason to be annoyed, but I was annoyed. And so this year, do you think they could do that again? I mean, they've got different manager and everything, different team, blah blah blah, but they do have the shittest fixture run.
When does it turn bad?
Okay, so I'm looking at it right now. We've got it on the stream.
Because it's good for 3 or 4, isn't it?
So they've got West Ham, Newcastle, Watford, and then Crystal Palace. West Ham away on a new West Hamish bounce. I wasn't 100% about. Newcastle at home, that's fine. Watford away. Watford have been looking good, so I wasn't happy with that. And then Crystal Palace at home is fine. So they might get 2 in the next 4.
Yeah, and it's the 4 after that, isn't it? That's awful.
Yeah, Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, then Liverpool. Then they get Norwich away, which is fine. But then it's back to Leicester.
That run they went on last season was insane. I think it was like 7 out of 8 clean sheets or something. It was ridiculous. And then I think we all thought they'd start well this season. They didn't.
Yeah, and then everyone they got 2 clean sheets game week 1 and game week 2, and then I took a -4 to bring him in, and they didn't clean sheet for ages after that, and I got out, and it was like that was one of the reasons why I started so shit, because I was like, oh, made a mistake, let's just fix it. Turned out not to be a mistake. Yeah, they've got Arsenal, Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, then a good fixture against Norwich, then they've got Leicester, Tottenham. Then a good fixture against Southampton. Maybe. I don't know. Southampton might be doing well then. They might keep their good shit going. So that Southampton home game might not actually be that good. Then they've got Wolves away, which could be better than Southampton, to be fair. And then a good fixture at Aston Villa at home, game week 36. So that's a bad run to end the season. That's not great. It is
actually. No, so if I got Sidibe in, I probably would look at moving him out.
Just before.
I don't know. I mean, maybe Arsenal, United, Chelsea. That's hit and miss, but it's not great, is it?
We were talking about it, and it came to fruition, was that Liverpool haven't been playing that well against the little teams in terms of like they keep conceding like 1 goal, 1 counter attack and stuff. But then when they came up to the really hard teams, they stuck in. And they've been doing really well, and they're now the clean sheets that we remember. So potentially that's going to happen with Everton as well. The second half of that, at least, like they'll tighten up. They won't be as attacking. They might keep another clean sheet, and they'll get a wee cheeky assist on a counter or something.
Yeah, it's so hard to predict, isn't it? Because I am thinking with Everton, it's a Sidibe and Dean. Are they worth the extra money over, say, like you said, Holgate or Sheffield United defender?
Yeah. I love the triple up the Sheffield United offer, and they're also cheap. But Holgate is really cheap, and I really like him. I was listening to Planet FPL this week, and they were saying that one of the guys got subbed, one of the centre backs, and it wasn't him, and it was Mina that got subbed instead, and that just kind of solidified our opinion that he is their best centre back, and he's been playing really well, and deserves the run out. So yeah, I think if I was going to go for someone, I'd go for someone that, especially in a run such as this, I probably wouldn't want to risk a lot of funds. But then again, Dean is so attacking. Like, still, he's crossing all the time. So I feel
like there was a quote, and I don't want to scare anyone off, Holgate. I swear there was a quote from Fantasy Football Scout the other week that made it look like there was a chance Holgate could get rotated. And
oh, really?
But me saying that without the source is not good.
That's collaborated. FPL Jamie coming to your rescue. Just a warning, Ancelotti did say Holgate is due a rest, though.
That might have been it,
yeah. To be rotated. Well, he can't be He's been playing 90 minutes every single game. I'm assuming eventually he's going to be like, great, I need to stop. However, he's quite young.
Yeah, I got the impression he was trying to big up Mina and the other guy. Oh, Keane, of course. I think so. Maybe it was just a bit of words to satisfy Keane.
Someone might be rested. You gotta step your game up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dave cannot grow facial hair. He has a medical condition, bourbonitis, Poor bloke. It makes you super tall too.
He is tall.
Dave looks 14 to be fair. Come on, guys.
I can't grow facial hair in the middle.
Oh, that's fun. It's like an anti-Hitler.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I was going to say that, and I thought that's too far, but no, it's not. That's
There's
exactly
nothing
what my
too
friends
far.
say. I've got the anti-Hitler. Yeah.
And mate, there's not a better position to be in. He is the worst human in the world. You are the opposite of him.
That's true, actually. I'm
You know what
like,
I mean?
I don't know.
There was a really, really good book that I read. Look, check me out, reading books. I'm reading books. And it's called Castle in the Forest, and it's about Hitler in his childhood, and it's his rise to evil, but in through the eyes of the devil, not the devil, but just a devil who's been assigned to make him evil because he's in the big plans of the devil. So Satan has been like, this guy's going to be evil, but we need to push him in the right direction. I'm going to get this wee devil to go and push him in the right direction, and it's like a fictional story about his childhood with real points in it that actually happened, but through the eyes of the devil on his shoulder. It's fucking amazing.
God. So I don't know much about Hitler's childhood, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's a fucked up story, but it's a really, really good book. And so when I'm looking at you, I'm thinking like you could have been the angel on his shoulder, you know? There's a devil here, and it's like, and he's got the tash and everything and the hair, and he hates Jews, and then he's over here, and it's like, no, Jews are nice, you know, they save you money and all that stuff. And that could have been you, Flapjack, on this side.
Could have been, yeah, I could have been. I have to like shave my fringe, and then I'll be the complete opposite.
Yeah, you kind of, yeah, you know, or you could put your hair the other way.
Yeah, I could.
You could choose that way. No, it's the left. He had it on the right. I get really annoyed about it. Start shouting and moving your hand up and down. Thank you very much, jerking off to your stream. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, wow.
I appreciate that, especially through the through that chat. I love that we got a follow there. That's why are you following that? That's amazing. All right, FPL. We're talking about FPL again. Let me just go through the fixtures. Let's have a look at what's coming up, because obviously we need a 1 week punt. This is the week before a very big thing, and a lot of people are just biding their time before using their 2 free transfers. They've, like me, they've been shrewd in the business and the transfer market. They've got enough money. They know what's going on, but they just need this week to be over. Who's your 1 week punt?
Oh, you could have told me this before.
I could have. You're right. That would have been the professional thing to do. No, but who are you thinking? Like fine. you've punted on Ings. Obviously, that's not 1 week though. But if you haven't got Ings, I guess that would be your number, because Holly's brought him in, you've brought him in, Mark's brought him in. Like anyone who doesn't have him, been like, okay, it's time. It's time. It's time.
A cool thing to do after 9 shots on goal.
Oofed. That's a stat buster.
It's mad, isn't it? It's actually mad. It's mad he didn't get more than 5 points. But I think for 1 week,
Oblivious Gaming said Delafeu. Aguero.
I'd probably still want Aguero. If it's just a 1 week punt, he's quite streaky. Because do you remember last season he scored in a double game week? He scored a hat-trick against Arsenal, and I feel like a lot of people sold him, and then he scored a hat-trick against Chelsea.
Yep.
Because they were doing like this switch to Aubameyang and back. So
I was one of those people. I didn't get Aubameyang, but I knew the blank was coming, and I did that as well. Like he got the hat trick, I was like, what a send off, mate. Well in, good boy. Exactly. I'll come back to you at some point, and then he fucking hat trick again. So he could do it. He's got I like what you're saying. And City are playing Crystal Palace, although I read a stat that they have only conceded 1 away from home or something in the last X amount of games or something like that. Hold on, that's probably absolute bullshit. Maybe, no, it doesn't sound right, does it? Hold on.
No, but I mean, the reason I don't want to captain Kevin De Bruyne is because do you remember I captained him in the game at Palace, and he just did not cross it to him, and he would have scored. I don't know if you remember
I remember that.
And
he just shot, and he just totally fucked up, and Kevin De Bruyne was sitting there going, I was open. I was here.
Completely open. But
sorry, the stat was that they haven't conceded more than 1 away from home. So so it's always either 1-0 or 2-1 or whatever. They've only conceded 1.
That makes sense.
That does make more sense, because Crystal Palace are shocking, and if they had only conceded 1 the last 7 games, we'd be fucking all over it. So they've only conceded 1, and also they're City's bogey team, for good reason. What do you think? Are they captain material? Are you going to bring Mahrez in?
I can't bring any City in. I've already done a hit to get Ings, and I felt like that was almost too much. So for me, I'm not going to captain. I don't think I'm going to captain De Bruyne, but it's tempting. It's really tempting. But there's that 5% part of me that thinks, does he actually play?
Oh,
I mean, he's the
really?
most likely to play, apart from Edison. There's always that with City, though. You just never know. They're
Mate,
not
fucking
really
tell me
playing for
about it.
anything. Why are you captaining De Bruyne? I don't want to put you off.
No,
And
no, 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 no. I just mean with Sterling in my fucking bench
oh,
every
I
week.
see. Yeah,
I
yeah. I
might bench
mean,
Sterling this week and look like a monster. Like I'll look like I'm a genius because he'll fucking be benched, and I'll be like, well, I told you, I should have benched him. No, I don't think I would captain him against a bogey team, especially Crystal Palace. Do you listen to FML FPL?
I do. Well, I've listened to half of it so far.
Not this week. I just mean ever. But yeah, you listen
Oh,
to them.
generally, yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
do.
So they're one of my favorite podcasts actually. Shout out Walsh Alon. If you ever fucking come on, I'd cream my absolute room out. But yeah, so he Walsh has a rule that he never captains against Crystal Palace because it's his team, right? And it's actually doing really well. Like people do it a lot, and they'll captain him, and he's like, "Well, I can't do it, and I don't know if I would do it anyway." Blah blah blah, and it usually works out. And I've started listening to him. Don't captain against Crystal Palace. It doesn't really. I don't think it's ever been like Crystal Palace aren't whipping boys or anything. I think I'd prefer to captain Cantwell or something, or maybe even Ings against Wolves, than
Yeah,
than try and like predict A, who City are going to be playing, and then B, they're playing against Crystal Palace. So who are you going to be captaining then, if we're moving
I'm
into that direction?
I'm between Salah and Vardy, I think, and I'm leaning Salah.
Really
But
controversial.
it's more to do with ownership than anything else.
Uh huh.
Like I find captaining players like KDB and Vardy quite boring. I mean, if they return, you're not gaining that much.
Yeah.
And I get that they're the most captain for a reason. But someone like Salah, his expected ownership was like 29% last week in the
Mhm.
top 10k.
Yeah.
That's like crazy. This is a player he could easily score 15, 20 points.
Yeah, he. I think his injury and his lack of goals have kind of haunted his ownership a little bit. Like I don't have him, I've got Mane, and because Mane's been doing so well, it's one or the other. You've got
Yeah,
two, so you've got the choice. And Salah at home can do damage. It's not like Manchester United have been playing defensively great, but however, did you see Little Williams fucking keeping Traore in his pocket? One of the fastest players I've ever seen, and he just didn't let him through. There was one chance that they had, and Jimenez scuffed it, I think, and that was it. Um, this wasn't in the Premier League, obviously. This was in
last
the
night.
cup
Yeah,
game thing. So if Salah's playing against him, I don't like that. I want someone who's shite on the right. If I'm captaining Salah,
I get what you're saying.
do you think he'll play again? Williams deserves it. Big fat Shaw's on
I don't
nobody.
know. That's one of the things, isn't it? He could end up playing Shaw.
Yeah,
I think part of me with captaincy is I'm quite greedy sometimes.
yeah.
Like I kind of resent captaining the most popular pick. I do it most of the time, but it's not as fun.
Oh yeah. So you're all about fun in this game, huh?
Sometimes it depends. It depends. I mean, I get scared sometimes if I've got a very good rank, I might try and.
Yeah, mate, you think you're better than us. Look at me, I'm anti-Hitler. I play FPL for fun. This game makes me happy. This
Well,
state of you.
look, I play it for fun, but I want to do well as well.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just, I mean, if I see Salah and KDB as they're both likely to get say 15 points as just a pure example,
right.
why would you not go for the one who's
Lesser
owned by
owned.
less people?
Yeah.
Because if it happens, you saw it with all these Aguero captains. Like if it happens and you truly think it's a 50-50 shot, I mean, it's probably not. It could be 60-40 in favour of KDB.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors,
Yeah,
etc.
but you're going to just shoot up.
So you're definitely going Salah then?
Not definitely.
I'm trying
I
to
could,
goad you into a thing because what happened last week is I was gonna go for Kevin De Bruyne because I wasn't feeling Vardy, and then I thought no, I've got Sterling beside him. That's enough of a differential. I'll go Vardy anyway because if Vardy scores and gets an assist or something, and Kevin De Bruyne just gets one assist, it's gonna hurt me a lot more than if the other way around. So I'll just do that. But that's the fear, isn't it? You're playing with fear. You're worried about getting hurt. But how much worse could it get? If I go 1.8 million and finish that season on that, or finish the season on 1.3 million, it's just tarnished as shite. It doesn't matter how shite, it's still shite. So I'm
Yeah, it
annoyed at
almost doesn't
myself.
matter how many million it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You're
almost think the opposite of you. Like, if say I own, so for example, I had Vardy and Madison last week, and I sold Madison. That makes me less. That makes me want to captain Vardy less because I've got less coverage
all right.
on
I
Leicester.
see.
So maybe the fact that I've got, so I almost prefer if I've got triple up like with Liverpool, I'd almost rather go for. I don't know. I think I just chase the upside quite a lot.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. So it's just like any potential gains that could be made. You're kind of that's like more where your head's at.
Yeah. So I think if I was you and I've got KDB and Sterling, I'd maybe go for one of the City boys.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna put this to the test because you're a lot better than this at me.
No, that's not true.
But mate, I've seen your history, right? I've had one good season. I've been riding off it for like a year and a half now. Right, let's do it. Okay, so let's go to my team now. Wait, before we move on, we've got the fixtures in front of me, as you can see. Is there anything there that we need to really be worried about? So we've talked a little bit about budget defenders. Anyone trying to like relieve themselves of Leicester? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. What do you think of their defense just now? Everyone has Soyuncu. You've got him. I've got Schmeichel as well. That was working for a while, but it's not. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I saw. I mean, I wasn't thinking great things as it was, and I saw an article yesterday on Fantasy Football Scout about their defense,
Uh huh.
and the stats are almost within the last 4 or 5 weeks they are awful compared to what they were doing.
Oh really?
And I mean, it might be because indeed he's out. They didn't have Tielemans in the last game, um,
Yeah.
so maybe that's a factor. But I think with Burnley, we got a couple of weeks, haven't we, where we can
Aye, it's
we can
not. It's
wait it
not
out.
100% like you have to do it right now. Burnley are fucking shocking. Here
Exactly.
is
I
the
think we got
link
2 weeks.
for the article that he's talking about.
Yeah, that was really good.
It's a members only, but it was. I love that his name's still Sconto Riga. Is it Luke? Is that what it is? It's Luke,
It's
right?
Neil. I think
Neil,
it's Neil.
sorry, Neil, the
Yeah.
other one. They're both ridiculous. One's disabled. One's got. I don't know which one is which. They're both ridiculous. So hopefully you're a member. You can read that. But so you're saying that the general gist is like they're really missing Ndidi and they're not doing too well, and
Yeah,
you were
but I think
already thinking about getting rid of them.
yeah, I think it started before indeed he was even out. I think the numbers had gone down, although they had played City and Liverpool, hadn't they? So I don't know. I think it's one to monitor because they got Burnley away, and
Yeah.
then I can't remember what the next one was. So at least we got a couple of games to see, but it could be the end for them.
Right, okay. So you're kind of monitoring close. They've got a bad run of games. You're going to look to get rid of them, try and like make more money and upgrade someone. I like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
if we're downgrading Soyuncu, who are we getting then? Or yeah, downgrade first.
See Williams at United, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
he looked good yesterday. He looked good at the weekend. Again, I'm going to keep mentioning the Sheffield United defenders look good.
Yeah. All of
Yeah,
them. Doesn't matter which one, to be honest.
it really doesn't. I mean, that Egan, his stats are insane, and he's the only one that's not risen, so he's still 4.5 million,
Let's have a look. Yeah, yeah.
which I think he's been like the forgotten one. And O'Connell's only gone up. They're all a much of a muchness, aren't they? But that Egan, he's right at the top for shots on target in the last few weeks.
Oh, really? Shots on
For
target
defenders.
for a
Yeah.
defender?
Oh no. Sorry, not shots on target. Shots.
Just shots.
I think
Aye.
only one of his shots has been on target, but
Ever?
they're headers. So
In the season.
that ever. He scored a few from Gillingham, from what I remember.
He's got yeah, no, he's just got he seems to be just ticking. He doesn't really do much bonus, he doesn't really do much anything. That's probably
No.
why he hasn't moved, right? Because he's just like he
Exactly.
takes his clean sheet and then he goes home and says hello to the wife, sits down, reads the paper. He's just
Sounds
like
like it.
an everyman, but he's just in the right
But-
team.
But the stats show he could score soon, so
Is he on Joe's imminent table?
I don't know if he's that good.
That'd be amazing.
That's normally reserved for players like Salah and Vardy.
Fucking
Abraham.
Firmino for 18 weeks or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, you don't like him, do you? You're not going to get him for the double.
I was thinking about doing it just for the lols, like just for like a old time's sake. Like I'll get really drunk and blame myself, my drunk self, and
So
it'd be fun for a bit. But see that length of time where it was fun to check if he'd scored yet, and the answer was always no. Like every week, my rank was just going down and down. It was one week that I didn't have Jimenez or Rashford or anyone. Like I was doing it for fun because I was like, I'm not giving up, but like I've started trash and like it's more fun to just have a laugh with it. But in reality, behind the scenes, behind all you guys in chat and everything, right? I was fucking raging every single week that he'd still not done it, and so now when everyone's talking about it, it's really hard for me to be like, yeah, no, he does really well. I keep having to caveat it with it. Oh yeah, but you just remember he's really streaky.
See it now. You got Dave Firmino ruined your season.
Oh, it's Firmino, it's Dean,
Someone
the
in
whole
the
fucking
chat.
load. Honestly. Honestly, it was like I brought him in for his only blank out of like 6 games, and then I got rid of him right away because Pookie was doing too well to ignore, and I wasn't going to get rid of the other 2 that I had, and I remember was. So yeah, so there we go. But I think your shout for Sheffield United players is great. We've also got to mention Stevens, and the other kind of Southampton guys. They're shit. They've done so well, haven't they? It's weird. They kind of came out of nowhere, right? I know Ings has been playing well for a while, but like for their defense to get better out of nowhere is also pretty miraculous.
Oh, has McCarthy gone up in value?
Yeah, he went 4.4.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that was last night.
Yeah, I probably won't get. He used to play for Reading, so I'm quite fond of him.
Oh, you like him? Are you a Reading fan?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Unlucky.
It can't really contribute much to an FPL thing, can it? Like...
Well, I don't know. How close are they in the... I don't follow them. I have no idea where they are. How are they doing this year?
Just outside the playoffs. It's looking very unlikely. We're the form team at the moment, but...
Yeah? Do you play the Champions FPL? The Champions League? Or
no, I don't. I don't.
No.
Although, John Swift, I remember recommending him, I think, to the General on Twitter, and he's been scoring, he's been assisting.
Yeah,
so...
I don't think... I haven't heard Mark mention anything. I know he was even doing this Scottish one for a little bit and just did nothing. Like, I think he just forgets about it. He's got so much on.
That's what I think. He hasn't posted anything about his team since, I don't know, September maybe.
Yeah,
so
give me 3.
But he might have a dead team that's number 1. Like, with Swifty.
That would be amazing. And I hope he never finds out. So yeah, I'm looking at Alex McCarthy, right? He's had a bonus in his game against Tottenham. He had he had a save point and clean sheet against Chelsea. They've been doing really well. They only conceded 1 against Leicester. They did concede against Aston Villa, which kind of sucks. But their form has been... I feel like you get what you pay for with them. Like 4.4 is not bad. Stevens is still 4.3 if you want someone. If you like absolutely hate that Rico's been dropped and you haven't been watching Bournemouth and didn't realize how shit he was or how shit Bournemouth was. Oh wow, Stevens has had a goal and an assist in the last 5 games. He's a little bit of attacking threat. A 10, a 6, and 11 in the last 5.
Yeah, what's he looking like on previous seasons? I was trying to scroll on the stream then.
Previous seasons, he's had
he's
1 goal last season, 2 goals the season before that, but 3 clean sheets, 5 clean sheets, and 6 clean sheets. Not the best, to be fair.
But then he wasn't playing all the time, was he? So that's
correct.
It's not awful.
He's he was kind of maybe he missed quite a lot last season. Definitely, only 47 points. So yeah, that one to watch. Also we've got Lascelles is coming back for Newcastle.
Yes,
what do you think of that?
That's a great shout. Yeah, 4 point, because I remember he was 4.4, and I was looking at him a few months ago. He scored a goal, which is pretty rare for him, and now he's 4.2.
It's not rare for Newcastle for defenders to score.
What, for the defenders? No, they that's the only players to score. Yeah.
Right, so we've got Newcastle they've got 2 rubbish fixtures, which is fine. We can skip those. Let's have a look. So they've got Norwich at home. Let's big that up to 10 weeks. I'm pretty sure they go up. Yeah, so we've got in the 9 fixtures from game week 25 onwards, they are top on my fixture thing. If we go into it, Norwich, and then Arsenal, Crystal Palace away, Burnley, Southampton, Sheffield United, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, West Ham. Have you looked at the stats? What do you think of Newcastle's defence in general?
They've had a lot of injuries recently, haven't they? Like, I think most of their defensive players were out, but I think a lot of them are coming back. So, I mean, I quite like them. I think at home they tend to put up pretty good numbers, or were at the start of the season. So, yeah, someone like Lascelles, I'd be all over that. For 4.2, because it doesn't matter if he's a bench player or a starter. I'd probably rotate him in and out with someone.
Yeah. Colm says Rico is a wasted transfer. Keep him as your 3rd sub, never to see the light of day. Colm's obviously forgotten about the king that is El Nini. Perfect 3rd subber. And I might actually need Rico. Like, fucking Kelly came in for Sterling, for fuck's sake. Like, I've got to think about this shit.
Yeah, there's plenty of cheap defenders over the cheap midfielders.
Oh, definitely, 100%. Like I'm right there with you. Although like my midfield is 4.3, and I'm not going to play a 5 midfield. I hate how unflexible it is. So yeah, you've got to have someone. But Fleck and Cantwell, they're perfect for your bench, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
But yeah, both of them are. I just prefer. I think for the bench, I prefer the cheap defenders. I think they've got a bigger upside
Yeah,
for a
they
cheap
play,
price,
right?
haven't they? Because
They
I guess
play
Fleck and Cantwell are a bit. I don't know. They're what 4.9 and 4 point. They
9.
might both be 4.9.
They
Yeah,
are. Good memory.
and yeah. So you can get these defenders that are 4.2 that can probably match them.
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying. So you'd rather have the point 0.7 to spend on CBD or whatever.
I think so. It's not quite as fun, but
No. And Fleck has been doing up. See, Cantwell for the first bit, he was playable, right? He was a playable fourth midfielder for a bit. And now he looks like, he's a bit of form now, so people are going to be playing him at least in the good fixtures.
yeah.
But then it's going to be leaving. Right, but we're on budget defenders. So I've said Lascelles, we've got the Sheffield United guys of the way. Is there anyone I'm missing? Can you think of anyone?
Webster at Brighton. I can't
Webster.
remember his price. Yeah, Brighton looked quite good because I mean Dunk's very very good, but his price is a bit.
Why is his price so high? It's like 4.9 or some shit. It's the same
Yeah,
as
do you know what?
Ryan.
I had him game week 1 for 4.5, and I think he got quite a lot of goals and assists at the start of the season. I remember playing him against Spurs, and he got 9 points.
Yeah,
Um,
that's right.
and he
Where are we?
scored
Spurs
against
10
Liverpool,
points.
didn't he? Cracked that Liverpool clean sheet with a dodgy free kick.
Oh, that fucking, like, it just came in. Allison got injured. He was like, right, come on now. Everyone moved. Oh, they've scored.
Yeah, that one.
That
That
was
was when
so
I had double
horrible.
Liverpool
Imagine doing I
defence.
can't believe that.
No, I know.
That's so
But I think
rubbish.
stuff like that's why. But I think Webster's probably better value.
Webster. So talk to me about Webster because the
Webster.
chat's happy about it. Liam Healy says Adam Webster is the goat and Oblivious Gaming loves him. And FPL Jamie
Right.
has said El Neni Deep, which is that fucking Chowdhury Deep. Do you know what that is? I haven't listened to the podcast yet, the Fantasy Football Scout.
Yes, I did listen to it. So Joe, or John T, was going to get to enable the double midfield, Liverpool double midfield. He was going to get El Neni.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah, so I think that's why.
Oh, really? So
I
it's
think I
El
think
Neni
he's
Deep.
just copying your team. To be honest.
Probably. Mate, El
Yeah.
Neni's the one. Because he doesn't. The best part about it is, like, listen to me, right? Just for a
You're gonna say
short time, right?
consistent.
No, not consistent, because that's obviously a
Okay.
joke, right? I mean, it's true, but it's a joke, right? Greenwood went down to 4.3 million because everyone was selling him when the strikers all went on like fucking amazing form. We all started with 5 at the back. Now we've all got 3 strikers, right? So that was one. So he went. Button has just went down in price because everyone's jumping on, their second goalkeeper, etc. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know why Buttons went down, but he's went down, right? Whereas I've had Woodman and El Neni that as my like fucking my shite but because they've loaned out, they'll never go down. It's like the perfect idea. They could never hurt me,
So
and
is El
that's why I
Neni
love them.
4.5 then?
4.3,
Okay. Okay. Oh wow!
4.3.
No,
Look at them.
do you know what? You've got a point actually, because I
I
started with
know.
Greenwood and Dendonka, and I
Yeah,
lost
you've
a
lost
lot of money
money.
on them.
What a chump you are! And
I
look
didn't
at
start
me
with
go.
Button though.
I don't know why he's 4.3. That means that he had a lot of owners at the start, and then they
Yeah,
realized he's went down. He had
that's why when you said
22,000
that,
people.
yeah, what on earth? Because when you said that, then I assumed that he was just stuck at 4.5.
No, that would be mental.
That's
No, look.
yeah,
So
okay.
hold on. 16,000 people signed him in Game Week 4,
What
and he
happened?
went and then he went down in price, and then he went down in price again.
Do you know what?
And then so
You're
many
probably
people bought
opening
him.
some. You're probably on some. There's going to be some conspiracy now where someone's opened up 16,000 accounts to crash
Yeah.
Oneni's price.
Whoever it is, thank you a lot because you've saved me a fuck ton. You've honestly saved me so much money. So yeah, so budget defenders, they're out there. Go have a look. Someone asked, I think it was Liam. Thank you for the question, Lucas Davids. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Dean is back. If you had to pick between Sidibe and Dean, who would you pick?
For me, Sidibe, just because he's cheaper.
Cheaper. How much cheaper is he?
I think it's point
Let's have a look.
3.
5.4 Sidibe, sorry, and Dean is 5.7. You're right. Wow, good mind. See, that's the
Yeah,
difference.
no. There you go.
All right, good chat. Who else? 7 million midfielder or less. Who are you picking? If you could go for anyone at all. I know, right?
I'm gonna have to look.
Okay, I can read out who has the top points for you if you want. We can go into the thing.
From the top.
Yeah, for top 7 million.
I've got it now.
Grealish is at the top. Then we've got Willian.
Pulisic.
Oh no, Willian's not right. You hate Pulisic.
I lost about $500,000 on the guy, and I took a hit to get him. Yeah, and just 2. 1 week he got a 3. So that was nice.
That's good. Did you get him after that trip? That perfect hat trick?
It was a couple of weeks after. It was when everyone was losing patience with Mount.
Yeah.
I was like, I've got to get this
I brought
guy.
Pulisic in. I had Pulisic, Mount, and Abraham for a little bit, and I was like, I'm attacking these fixtures, and then that fucking fell to shit.
Yeah, when Chelsea failed, but
yeah.
I think
so we got
I'd
Perez
probably go somewhere like Sarr.
Sarr, I love that Sarr
Yeah,
I love it.
I quite like, if Norwich had better fixtures, when Diaz putting up such good numbers, but I guess Cantwell's the problem with him as well because he's so much cheaper.
Cantwell's good this week, but Sarr's good for like a fair amount. Like their fixtures are not, they're not bad, they're not great, they're not like top in the fixture chart, but they are fucking good, man. Do you want to hear a fun fact about Sarr that I found out? He has more touches in the box than Deeney.
Than who? Deeney or Dean?
Deeney in the last 6 game weeks.
Oh wow. It probably doesn't surprise me that much, actually.
It's only by 3 touches. It's only by 3. but he is really, really attacking. But here's the flip side. Right? Flip side, Deeney has created more chances than him.
Oh, wow.
I know.
So he's more creative, Deeney.
Deeney is playing like Firmino. He's holding the ball up. They're passing to him. He's holding the ball up. And then Sarr and Deulofeu are going in front of him. And you can see, and Decore sometimes as well. They're all flying up in front of Deeney. Deeney's great at holding the ball up, and then he passes along, creates some good chances. Decore's getting goals, but Sarr's also shot the exact same amount as Deeney, and shot the exact same amount of times in the box as Deeney. I think it's 14 and 12 for both of them.
Okay.
Which is also interesting. So I think Sarr is like a better Deeney, and you're gonna get more points per goal and a wee clean sheet if they ever get one, which is probably likely, right? However, their fixtures are just they're kind of good, bad, good, bad. This is kind of, hold on, that doesn't look right. I was wondering why they were so shit, but it was because we were looking at game week 25.
Oh, we didn't say far forward.
Please change. That would be mental. Where are we? Oh well. Tottenham, not that great. Then Aston Villa, which is amazing. Everton at home, which I feel like is probably better than this is making out. And then Brighton away, which I still feel is probably a good fixture for Watford. And then they've got Manchester United, and it's that Liverpool fixture that's kind of skewing the stats a little bit because that brings them right down. This fixture tracker loves Liverpool.
What is this website, by the way? Is it your website?
This is amazing. No, it's a Tableau website. It's made by a guy called Tim Beyer. He's actually on Twitter, and I've thanked him so many times.
Okay.
I'm going to find his Twitter right now. I want everyone in the stream to go and fucking tell him, like, thank you for this thing. Hold on, I'll find his Tim Beyer. Because it's amazing. It's so good. The thing I don't like about the Fantasy Football Scouts one is that you can change it, and not only can you change it, and obviously that might be good because you know actually I think Arsenal are shite, right? But it follows along in that route, and if I can change it, then that means that they can change it, and therefore I don't know what I'm really looking at. I don't really know. I haven't looked through where they're getting it from. Whereas with this one, like this follows from an algorithm that's based on like just pure stats. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I just prefer this one because I've compared them both. And I feel like this one's a bit more true. But this is the man right here. And he has made them, and he's great at it. And he deserves way more follows.
I think the Fantasy Football Scout one is updated. Yeah, it is updated manually. I can't remember who does it now. But it's not always updated that regularly either. But
oh, there we go. Shots fired. Flappy hates Fantasy Football Scout. No, but I, to be honest, their comparison website second to none. I fucking love it.
Oh wow! No, don't follow this guy. Look at that. That is amazing. If you've got OCD, look at his followers numbers.
What's happening?
He's got 100 followers, 1,000 followers, and he follows 100 people.
Aye, but it's went now. Someone's followed him. 1,001. Guys, definitely go and just say thank you. Dave says thank you so much for your thing. He's been using it. Last year he got 2K. This year he's doing shit, but that's not your fault, Tim. We love you,
It was
Tim.
so symmetrical, but I followed him.
Yeah, do it.
You know when it's like perfect, it's like 100 and 1,000.
He also does this amazing one that I haven't used that much this season, but it's still really, really good. He does Tim's stats, and it's basically just a stat analysis in comparison. Shaughnessy, it was Shaughnessy that messed him up for the 1001. He does this really cool thing. You guys can see it on the stream right now, where he does like the tables similar to what Ted Talks does if you follow him on Twitter. But it's kind of like you can play about with it and put in teams and stuff. So you can highlight your own team, see where they are, XG versus actual goals, shots on target versus shots. Aguero's up there now, which is annoying. Creativity, all that stuff. I'll link this in the chat. It's actually really, really useful if you don't have a membership to... I hate that never ever stats properly. A membership to FF Scout, because this is what I used before I got that membership. Which the stream paid for. Thank you very much, stream. Love that.
But they paid for your Scout membership?
Yeah, the stream paid for it.
Oh, wow.
Like the amount of people who's been... You know who gave me the most money? Was Let's Talk FPL.
Oh, really?
He came in and I was talking about getting an FF Scout thing. He was like, here, halfway through, and sent me like a tenner or something. I was like,
nice.
Mate, lovely.
To be fair, I've been a member there for like 8 years now. So.
Have you?
Yeah, and that wasn't because of what I said about the fixture ticker.
I hate that this
true.
link is not working, guys. I don't know why. Can you just copy that into your stream? Hopefully that works, because it doesn't come up as a thing on... I'm going to try it one more time. Nah, it's not working. I don't know, but fucking look that up. It'll come up. I promise you. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. Let's do, before we move on, 7 million or less, you said SAR. And then I wanted to go into, right, what are we doing next week? Captaincies. We talked about Vardy, we talked about Salah, but you were going to pick my captain for me. So let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I never asked you, by the way. Are you good to just keep streaming? Like, I forgot to ask you, how long are you good for? Because I stream for 90 minutes. But we could totally...
How long's that? 20 minutes more?
Yeah, 20 minutes
Yeah,
more.
no, of course. Yeah, let's go for it.
Awesome.
Let's go for it. I've still got 2 more beers to drink, so I've actually been behind pace.
Yeah, just down one. Down one on stream.
Do you know what? I can down a pint, but I doubt that's surprising.
Everyone can down a pint. It's keeping it in is the problem.
I can do it fast, like 2 seconds.
1005 for Tim Beyer. I honestly tweet him, like, how fucking good. He's just a random guy. Doesn't even play FPL, I don't think. Or if he does, he doesn't really chat about it that much. And look at all the cool stuff he builds. For us. Out of the goodness of his heart. Definitely follow him. Are you
NFL as well?
Have you opened that fucking beer yet? I want to see you down this shit.
Hold on, I've still got a little bit here. But with a can, you're not going to know. Plus, who wants to see that on a Thursday
I can
night?
see the can because you could empty it, right? I'll down what I've got left and you down a full one, right?
What have you got? What are you drinking again? I forgot.
Oh, I'm drinking Jim Beam Devil's Cut.
Ah.
If anyone in the... kinda. If anyone can tell me in the chat, or you can tell me what Devil's Cut means in a bourbon, I will rate their team on Twitter. And I'll get Flapjack to double check.
You've already rated my team, sort of. So.
Yeah, but okay, how about, well, then you'll rate their team then. If anyone can tell me.
I'm going to assume it's stronger or more woody. That sounds like whiskey.
More woody.
Is that a thing with bourbon? I
might give you partial credit for that. More woody. Potentially. I'm going to give you the answer, and then you're going to realize, by the way, the chat are going mental. They want you to down that pint.
Oh, God. Chug that beer.
Please don't do it. It's a work night, guys. Everyone's fucking... You know what I'm doing tomorrow? I've got a flight tomorrow. This is a good time to tell the chat. I'm going to Amsterdam Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm back on Tuesday. So I won't be streaming on Monday. I'll be streaming Tuesday next week. I might potentially... The flight gets back like on Monday evening. I might be home before, so I could stream on Monday, but I don't know what state I'm going to be in. So yeah. But you, are you working tomorrow?
No, I haven't got work till Tuesday when I start my new job. So
you shouldn't have said that. Down it.
Dave, I'm surprised after you met me in Marylebone that you wanted me on the stream after seeing me drunk. So
man, you were the most fun. You were one of the most fun people there because you were just up for anything. I was like, yeah. So who's your favorite dictator? And you'll be like, you know what? I know that I look like I'm anti-Hitler, but I love them. And I was like, nice one, mate. That's really good.
I shouldn't
You're
have
up for
told
a
you about
chat.
the facial hair thing. But...
Everyone can see it.
I know.
Right. So someone, hold on. I'm gonna read the chat. Did anyone actually get the Devil's Cut thing? I know what Devil Cut means, but all you'd say would be buy ings. No. I genuinely want to know what it means. I mean, I know what it means, but I want to see if you guys don't YT and FPL. I like that. Devil's Cut means bring back Firmino. No, I'm not fucking doing that. Right. Before we go on, we're gonna get Flapjack to rate my team. What Devil's Cut means is so Angel Share. Have you ever heard of that whiskey? Angel Share. The Angel Share is what kind of comes off it due to condensation, and like heat will make the whiskey kind of rise a little bit, and you lose a tiny bit of the barrel because of Angel Share. The Devil's Cut, which is the exact opposite of the Angel Share, is the bourbon kind of seeps into the wood in the barrel that it's held, and so what Jim Beam does is they kind of wring those barrels out, and then they get that extra, excuse me, as you said, woody taste. So you were actually kind of right. It's a bit more of a woody bourbon.
There we go.
So you were 100% correct. Well done. Right, let me rate your team. Give me 2 seconds.
To be fair, I use generic whiskey terms, but
Yeah, no,
it's
it's
going
good.
to be one of two things.
Yeah, Shaughnessy says Devil's Cut is the bottom of the whiskey barrel. Yeah, exactly right. It seeps into the bottom, and they wring it out and they pour it onto the top, and voila, there's a bit more. It's got a bit more woody taste to it. So let's do this captaincy thing, right? So you said that you wanted me to Can you see my team right there in front of you?
See a team, yeah.
So I'm gonna show you guys what I was gonna transfer in, what I was thinking about on the train today. So Traore is a bit of an issue, so I'm gonna kind of get rid of him. Maybe I've got 2 free transfers, by the way. If I transfer anyone down, I've got enough money to go Sterling to Salah, which I'm probably gonna do. I did read, who was it? Was it Ronaldinho? Was it Neil that was talking about how if you have Mane and Salah and you captain one of them, you're gonna be hoping the other one doesn't do anything during the double. So that means that there's no point in having both, and you might as well go to double defense. Did you read that?
I can see the logic. I didn't read that. There's so much stuff about the double game week right now.
What do you
Yeah,
think of
it
that?
makes sense, but
Because obviously the other side of that coin is, yeah, but if you have the other person, they do bang, you're kind of limiting the damage that they're doing by owning them, but not
you're
captaining them.
limiting it. And is the point that it's not as fun rooting for
No,
one?
no, no.
Because it's
It's
not.
literally just you have a higher ceiling only having one of them in case only one of them bangs, because it means that obviously you're gonna either captain one or the other. You can't captain both, and the EO will be over 100 for both of them for the double game week. Everyone in their ground's gonna be captaining at least one of them. So it means that if their effective ownership is over 100%, you haven't captained them, it'll hurt your rank if they score. So therefore, there's no point in having both of them, because if one of them scores that you haven't captained, you're going to lose the rank anyway. So you might as well just not have them.
It depends how many they score.
I'm
And
so glad you don't like that, because that was fucking with me for so long.
I get what he's saying. I do get what he's saying, but surely it's still better to have, like, if they both score 100 points, that's not going to happen. If they both score 30 points, for example,
Yeah.
you're going to want to have both.
Yeah, because of the people that have went with the double defense instead. You're going to
Yeah,
beat
it's
all
just
those guys.
limiting the negative return that you're going to get from one of your players.
Right. And that's
why this
coming
double
from
game
someone
week's
that's
not
unbiased.
that fun.
Just remember, folks, he has both of them. No, but I've been meaning to get both of them forever. I've had that whole, that's why Sterling's there. So, I'm glad you're on my side. So Abraham has returned 3 weeks in a row now. 1 goal, 1 assist, and then another goal. But Chelsea haven't been doing that great, and they also have these really hard fixtures coming up. Newcastle away. Newcastle might be on like a little Lascelles is back. We might have a good defense. They're going to park the bus, etc. I'm not 100% sure about that fixture. Then they've got Arsenal, Leicester, Manchester United, and Tottenham. And I don't have any money saved up in Abraham whatsoever. So he's an easy get rid of. So what I was thinking about doing was getting Cantwell in, Mar and Mapai in for those two. And then that means that, hold on. And then that means that I've got exactly enough money to either bring in Robertson for Kelly or Rico, because I've got 2.8 million and he's 7 million right now. So I
So
could
who
do
did
that.
Cantwell come in for? So I think the stream's a bit delayed when I see it.
It will be sorry, Cantwell's coming in
Is
for
it
Traore.
Traore? Yeah. Okay. Got ya.
So Robertson 7 million. So I could get rid of Kelly or Rico for Robertson right now, and then my triple up would be double defense and one striker, and keep Sterling for this new City kind of form that they're coming into. Although I hate Sterling and want him to perish, at least out of my team. Or in game week 24, I'll just simply bring Salah in, like so, and then I've got a good amount of million to upgrade someone, which could potentially be El Nene, and move Cantwell to the bench. So my team for game week 24 would look like this, with Mopai, Cantwell on the bench. It'd be a 3-4-3 again.
3. Okay.
So it'd be
So
Soyuncu, Alexander-Arnold, Lundstrom, Mane, Salah, De Bruyne. Oh, it would be Cantwell. Sorry, Cantwell, and then Vardy, Ings, and Mopai. So the revolving 11th man would be Rico, Kelly, or Cantwell.
you still got quite a lot of money in the bank as well.
Yeah, so I could upgrade El Neni to someone like Decore or Sar or whoever. I've got 6.6 if I was going to do that. Or if I got rid of Rico or Kelly, I could afford pretty much anyone. 6.5 million there. So I could get Sidibe or Dean or Walker.
Basically you could get anyone.
Yeah. So I've got enough money in the bank with this, and I've got the double thing. So in one way, I've got enough money to do the double midfield and kind of upgrade some of my shite players, or I could do the double defense and I'd have Sterling in there still for that kind of differential second City player.
I like that team a lot more, the one with Salah and Mane. I feel like getting that double up in hasn't hurt my team that much.
No. Well, we don't really want to spend money on anyone else, right? Kane's dead, Aubameyang's red carded. The only person that we kind of miss is Aguero, right? But we don't know what's going to happen with him.
Yeah, well, even he's inconsistent with his minutes, and I mean, I don't even mind these players like Cantwell if you have to play them. Like, it doesn't really bother me that much. They're quite fun.
FPL Jamie said, "We heard you open it. You better chin it, guys." I was only joking. He's not going to be down in it. No, it wasn't loud. It was just you have a mic in the room at the same point.
Yeah.
Damn this 40 quid I spent on this.
I can't. No.
Don't down it. I was only joking, guys. Come on now. They only want entertainment. They're like, you know how the guy's like, "Are you not entertained?" in Gladiator. And he's sitting there, Maximus Aurelius, and then the rest of the guys are like, "Yeah, no, we are. We're quite entertained. We'd love it if you killed someone else." Like that's who you are. You're Maximus Aurelius, and your son's just been killed, and your wife's just been killed, and all they care about is whether you look good with a sword. Anyway, or I could do Rashford. I could go Mapai after his good fixtures. If he doesn't perform, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, West Ham, Watford. After those four, if he doesn't look good, I could maybe go to Rashford or try and downgrade somewhere, etc., and go for that. There's a lot of things.
Martial. Does Cantwell go to Martial? Does that work?
Ooh, 7.2.
No, it doesn't. Does it? You got 7.9 or 7.
But it would if I went Schmeichel then to, because remember I've got money saved up in Schmeichel to like McCarthy or something.
Or you could downgrade Rico, Kelly, or Sunchi.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, that's quite a lot on Schmeichel, isn't it?
No, it would have to be McCarthy.
You've got the same defense as me, and
I know.
You kind of want to downgrade 2 or 3 of them, don't you? Really, like if possible, but it just wastes so many transfers, and by the time you do it, we'll be wildcarding.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know. I could be wildcarding game week 25. You never know. But look at that team there. So McCarthy, Rico, Kelly, Soyuncu. Like say Kelly is then instead of Kelly, it's Lascelles or something, right? Or let's do Williams because people love Williams, right? Let's do that. So Williams in there. We've got McCarthy, Rico, Williams, Soyuncu, Alexander-Arnold, Lundstrom. Then we've got Mane and Salah, De Bruyne, Martial in midfield, and then Vardy, Ings, and Mapai up front.
That's nice.
It's a good fucking team, right?
That's really nice. Yeah, as long as Aguero stays quiet for a bit. It's players like that tear your team up.
You know what? I was thinking about getting Aubameyang in when he's back. Because
Yeah,
that's
I
a
could see that.
differential. It would mean that I would just move Salah on for Aubameyang and I'd swap Mapai in for Sar. I think I could do that. I think I've got
What are
enough
their
money.
fixtures? I haven't looked at Arsenal's fixtures actually.
Aubameyang's fixtures. Yeah. Let me triple check, but I'm pretty sure they're fucking banging. Hold on. Let's go to 2. Stat view. Zoom in for this stream. So he's back in game week 24, right? It's a double. He's got a red card. He's missing game week 23 and 24. So he's back in 25. Let's go to 10 fixtures. And then Arsenal. They've got Burnley, Newcastle, Everton. They play Man City. It's a bit of a shiter. But then West Ham, Brighton, Southampton, Norwich. Then Wolves and Leicester. So for like...
Because City still concede.
Yeah, City concede. Also, eventually Arsenal are gonna get better. Like Arteta's a great manager, I think, or he will be a great manager. We don't know exactly how good yet, but I can't see him failing. He's got fucking Ozil looking good. IRL, obviously not in FPL, but Ozil looks good. I think the second game that Arteta was in, was it the second game that he was in manager for Arsenal? Ozil ran the most out of any player that weekend or some shit.
I did hear that actually, yeah.
Like that's mental. To get Ozil to run at all, is mental. I bet Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is like, how did you do that? Because I've got fucking Shaw here, and all he does is jog. Jog Shaw. Luke Shaw, the jogger. I'll workshop that. So yeah, I was thinking about getting Aubameyang in. And obviously that's a really close price to Aguero if he is continuously banging. So I'm not 100% sure.
I think you're going to have with Arsenal though. You could get Pepe, Lacazette. I think you're opening a can of worms when we start looking at them.
Oh really? Are you not a fan of Aubameyang?
I'm not. It's not that I'm not a fan of Aubameyang. He's quite consistent.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah. So it's not really a dig, really, is it? And
but Lacazette is their best player. And I've said this for a long time. I love Lacazette. I think he's so creative. He's so good. And hopefully Arteta gives him a good run because he deserves it. The only thing is that he's not got the legs that he used to have. But that's it. Like, he's still really good. Before we move on, we're talking about strikers. If you had Rashford right now, what would you do?
I would sell him. Yeah. I know he's got that Burnley game. I was quite keen on. I don't own him, and I haven't owned him all season. But I was quite keen on selling him before he got that slight injury.
Yeah.
Because it's Liverpool next anyway.
Lucas David says, "Reckon." Sorry, go on.
I can't remember what I was saying. To be fair, it wasn't probably that interesting.
You're very interesting, Flapjack. Don't talk about yourself like that. I won't have it on my stream. Lucas Davis says, reckon Rashford might be out for a while. Paul Eastwood wants to know what he's got doing. Rashford's going down in price tonight. So a lot of managers are worried about it. Alba from Game Week 29 says Oblivious Gaming. Yeah, no, that's what we're discussing.
See, Greenwood could open up quite a lot for you.
Yeah, I could. What, you mean as in go to Greenwood right now? Instead of
Mapai?
Maybe. Oh, let's look at that shit. Right, okay, hold on. Right, shall I refresh this? Right, let's refresh. We've got 6 minutes to sort this out.
Okay,
While we're sorting out my team, if you guys have any questions right now that Flapjack we've looked at his history, he's fucking amazing this game, right? If you got any questions, I want them out. I don't want this, and this, or this, and this, and this. I don't want like ridiculous questions, just like easy questions that I can read out in the stream. Last time I asked if anyone had questions, we got fucking rate my teams, right? I don't want rate my teams. What do you think of X player, or what about this team? So if you have any questions right now, this is definitely the time to do it. Right, so what were we doing? Abraham out for Greenwood. Because I've seen people were punting on, is it Martinelli because Aubameyang's out? So
yeah, that's another one. I think, was he 4.5 or 4.4, I think.
4.5, yeah.
It's annoying because the only striker who's less than Greenwood is Brewster, and he's obviously a Liverpool player, so you can't go for him. He's 4.2.
The only problem is obviously they play Leicester next, or Liverpool, sorry.
Oh, of course. See, Greenwood was someone I should have looked at when I got Mousset, and I probably would have saved myself a lot of aggro. It's just the money he could free up. I mean, you could even look at 5 in mid. No, you don't want to get rid of El Neni, do you? That would be sad.
I can't do it. I mean, I might do it later on. Like we said, we've got Martial there we could get and stuff.
It could be a wild card thing, couldn't it?
So what I would do is I would be doing. Oh, you know what? See, that leaves so much money in the bank. So
It's
hold
not
on. How much money have
it's
I
not
got?
quite Son money though, is it? It's,
No, I know, but I'm going
yeah.
Salah, right?
Yeah.
And then if I go Greenwood instead, so Salah's game week 24 transfer, Greenwood would be
Yeah.
game week 23. I've got 2 free transfers, so I'm getting rid of Traore. I have 8.8 million in the bank if I did this,
That's nice.
and that means I would be on a maybe a 4-4-2 and have Greenwood benched, or maybe playing just for the Liverpool game. Although I don't really know if I would
Although
want to
he's
do
got
that.
Burnley after if Rashford misses the Burnley
That's
game
true.
as
Or I
well.
could do Martinelli because we know that Thingy's definitely out for at least 2 game weeks.
That's true.
So 8.6 million. Oh, see, now I'm feeling like I'm a maverick player. This is
Who's eight? I'm trying to think who is
right.
8.6 million.
Let's look at it. Price
Because when we were looking at the 7 millions, there was a
8.9. That
bunch.
works.
Oh, you
Ericsson's
got
8.6.
Mahrez.
Mahrez
Mahrez. Do you,
8.5.
do you want that all those City though?
Look at that. What a team. Look at that midfield. Mane, Salah, De Bruyne, and Mahrez.
That
Up
is
front,
actually
Vardy and
nice.
Ings.
It would then be sorting the defenders out, getting Williams in, and freeing up a bit more funds. But
Yeah, we could do that in
yeah,
due
you could,
time, right?
yeah,
We could even
exactly.
do that Leicester, or sorry, that Sheffield United triple up that you were talking about.
Do you know what? That's got me thinking now.
Uh-oh. So
I like that.
that would be me. So this would be me game week 20. Oh wow, look at that. Fuck it. That would be game week 23 against Crystal Palace at home. Would be, and I've just told you that I didn't want to captain any of them because of their
Yeah,
bogey team, and I'm bringing Mahrez in for it. I'll be triple City.
and you'll be playing Martinelli because the I wouldn't trust four of your defenders, so it'd be picking the best three, wouldn't it? It'd have to be a 3-4-3.
Yeah, I would pick Soyuncu,
Yeah,
Alexander Arnold, and Lundstrom probably, right?
yeah. I actually quite like this.
Jinxer. So I'd be playing Martinelli. They'd be playing Sheffield United, and then he's got Chelsea after that, which is not too bad, and it is a punt, and then afterwards that leaves me able to kind of put up Soyuncu, get rid of Schmeichel, upgrade Soyuncu, and I'd probably have enough money to go for Dean or something.
Yeah, because I feel like going for if you've got a low rank, going for triple ups is probably one of the best ways to do it
Mm-hmm.
because you're just going for that
I
ceiling,
seen
aren't you?
FPL
Like,
Partridge did that last week.
yeah, and it paid off for him.
Oh wow, the chat are going fucking mental.
Yeah, go big or go
Do
2
it, do
million.
it, do
I like
it.
that.
Tim Byer just replied to me on Twitter. Says glad you're enjoying it. Oh, well done. I love that Tim Byer's doing that. Right, okay. Let me read the questions and I'll mull over this. Maybe we'll talk about it after the stream. This is honestly make my heart go. I don't like this one bit. This is the opposite of what I am as a manager. Like last year, I was in the top, I think maybe 6K for about 12 game weeks. Because I'm just such a consistent, like, I don't do fucking shit like this. I'll look for the next Ings or something or Schmeichel and I'll bring them in roughly about the time that I'm supposed to, and I'll just coast. So really it depends on how well I start. And this year I started absolutely shite, and now I've consistently 1.3 million or thereabouts for the last 12 game weeks. So I know what kind of manager I am, which means I need to be either really really good at the start or I'm nothing, which is great and also shite. So this is the kind of thing that I need. But Sterling and Mahrez, oh my goodness.
I think just go big or go home. I really do think that. Like, I think it looks like a good team, and I mean, would you in?
Would I
I guess
enjoy myself?
that's what I was going to say. I mean, I guess there's other ways you could triple up with players who you know will play, and I guess that's again going back to Sheffield United defense.
Mm. Well,
I
I
mean,
could
you
do
could.
that, right? I could do Kelly down to Williams. I could do Rico to, what's his name, Egan, and I could do Schmeichel to Henderson. That
Yeah,
wouldn't be
so
difficult.
I think something like that might be the way to go. I mean, maybe City. I guess it does look nice, but if none of them play, you're in big trouble.
Well, that's been the case for the last 2 game weeks, Flappy.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to read these questions out. Are you ready for Spitfire questions?
Yeah, go for it.
All
Spitfire.
right, Spitfire. What a tune. R.I.P. Reckon Rashford might be out for a while, blah, blah, blah. We were there for a second. Rashford's blah, 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 blah. Ozilberry walks, let alone jog. Nah, Shaughnessy's been playing well. Tend to trust FFX more than, but fall's always hard to predict. Dave, wildcard gaming 29 after potential blank, maybe. Lack of rotation risk is Martinelli. These are not questions, guys. I'm just reading the chat now. How performs him, but not sure under Arteta. Could do Martinelli for a 2-week punt instead of Greenwood. Yeah, we got there. Is Cantwell a serious captain option? Thank you, Lucas Davids. That was the first question. Is Cantwell a serious captain option?
I think it's a fun captain option, but I'm going to go yeah.
He's serious, worth considering.
Yeah, no, I genuinely do think, like, I'm not going to captain him myself, but part of the reason behind my transfers, obviously, while drunk, was I wanted to play Cantwell this week.
Yeah, no, that's
He's
fair.
got what? He's got 10 points. 4 times this season he's got 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
If he scores, he gets max bonus.
That's true. He's kind of like an Ings, isn't he? Unless he takes his top off. He's fucking dickhead.
He is, yeah, I know.
To be fair, I've had so many bonus points from. I can't be mad. Do you listen to Planet FPL?
I do.
They said this week, he found out that in the last 12 game weeks, Ings is the highest performer at FPL.
God, it doesn't.
Like,
it
like
doesn't
at all.
surprise. Well, it does surprise me, and like, but obviously with hindsight, it doesn't surprise me. It's actually mad.
So good.
Do you know what? I was gonna get Ings. Well.
Here we go.
I was looking, I actually wasn't gonna get Ings first. I don't know why I said that. I was looking for a replacement when Abraham got injured, and it was like I either moved to Ings, which I thought was shit, or I can upgrade to Kane for like a -8. So
yeah,
obviously I didn't want to get just Danny Ings.
That was exactly when I got him too. That was exactly when I got him.
From Abraham.
Abraham got injured, so I went down to Ings. Then Abraham came back and got a goal and assist, and I was like, fuck, I need to get him back. So I just was like, right, Firmino's just scored. I don't need to play this game anymore, and got Abraham for Firmino.
Oh, so you got Abraham back?
I did.
Yeah, that's what I did as well, but missed the Villa 12 points or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what, and he's done
See, I did
fuck
that
all.
bit, but if it makes you feel better, I did that without Ings. I got Kane instead.
That does make me feel better.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
Although Kane could have then enabled Aguero, but that didn't happen.
Right, I love this. It's quick fire questions.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. It was good. It was a good 5 minutes. Right. Your name actually Jack or just into the food?
Flapjack. Neither. Is that a boring answer?
No. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's
I'm
the
sorry.
truth. And you don't even like flapjacks anymore because you're on a diet or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on a diet. I only drink Stella and water.
Are you ready? Because I know I did tell you it's coming. I'm gonna ask you to do the Elmo voices. Why is Elmo your fucking thing? Right? This is my question.
Yeah. So I signed
Sesame
up to
Street?
Fantasy Football Scout, and everyone had different pictures and different names. So I think I just named myself like my name. When I signed up, and then I went on there, and everyone was like Rubber Ducky or whatever. So I put Flapjack in, and then everyone had pictures. So I put a picture of Elmo. I genuinely
Not
don't
a
know
picture
why.
of a flapjack, as is tradition.
No. Yeah, and it's just kind of so. Then when I started the Twitter profile, I just thought people would know who I am through that picture of Elmo.
Yeah. Well, they did. You're doing well on Twitter.
Yeah.
so is why pick Elmo though? Why Elmo specifically?
I
You pick
genuinely
anything.
don't know, and I kind of want to change it, but then people might not know it's me, and
Nah, they'll know it's you. I'll
true.
let them know.
I could change it to like a can of Stella.
Yeah, but then people are gonna. You know how many people have actually messaged me, DM me saying, "By the way, I think you have a drinking problem," because I'm always talking about drunk Dave and drinking on stream. It's the only time I drink really is weekends and when I'm streaming, which is not that much for a Scottish person. I'm assuming.
Believe it or not, I don't drink that much either.
Yeah, just when you go for Christmas. It was a Christmas night out.
When I do it properly.
Yeah, that's called binge drinking.
Yeah,
at least I do
fun.
it every day. Good question. That came from FPL Jamie, who's been here the whole time. Thank you so much. As long as everyone else who's been here. Right. Okay. Sorry. Quick fire, and then we can go. Salah or Mane for triple captain game week 24. Great question. Been asked so many times.
I'm on Salah. He's lower owned.
Is that you? You love a lower owned player.
He's lower owned. He's on penalties. He has more shots.
I hate that. I wanted you to say Mane, so I could be like, yeah, me too.
It depends what your transfers are. But
well, if you have both of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got both. I mean, I could change my mind if Mane scores, a couple of goals this weekend. I might change my mind, but as it stands, I'll go for Salah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, but there's not much to pick between them. It's personal preference as well.
yeah.
I like to aim for I want to increase my rank. So
Is the home fixtures is the away fixtures making it difficult for you, or have you thought about that? What's your thoughts on the away versus home record for Salah and Mane?
I don't really care about that too much because through the last season, Mane had 22 goals. It's sad that I know this off the top of my head. He had 22 goals, 18 at home, 4 away.
This is the only place, this community, that is not sad. That's useful.
Yeah. So basically, Mane was shit away from home last season, but suddenly everyone thinks he's this great option away from home. I'm not saying he's not a great option, by the way, to backtrack.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But so it could just be it's just. I think sometimes it's just a bit random. It's like Firmino, most of his goals are away from home, but I don't know how many goals he scored. I think it's 7 or 8 or something. It's like we're talking Pookie numbers, and a lot of people are now considering him for the double game week.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good answer.
Yeah.
I like that. So it's food for thought. So really, it's just a fluke that he scored more goals away this season. I like it. Tips, how's it going, buddy? Tips is my mod in here, by the way, because he was on as a guest and I didn't have my mod, and I fucking
I watched that one.
Did you? I needed someone out because they were being a dickhead, and I was panicking and I couldn't do it. And he was like, "Make me a mod, I can do it," and just got rid of him. I was like, "Yes," and I just kept him as a mod. Daffs asks, Vardy or Sarr to start this game week?
Oh, was that to me?
Yeah.
Nothing else. What? So you're only going to start one of them?
Yeah, if you had to start one of them, Sarr against whoever it is.
Vardy, but I'd want to start both.
Who is Sarr playing? I forget. Is it Arsenal? No, it's not Arsenal.
They got Spurs in there.
Spurs. I knew it was someone.
Yeah.
Wow, playing against Spurs
That
at
must
home
be
though.
quite a team to bench Sarr.
Mate, he's mental. He's captaining Canwell. Don't think about it.
I was fighting with a Cardiff fan.
Vardy or Sarr to start this game week. That's mental, Daffs. That's even
Yeah,
for you. See, that's
I'm
what
a
I'm
bit
saying,
nervous
but he's
not
better than
captaining
both of us
Vardy.
this season. He's fucking so good at this game. Vardy or Sarr to start this game. Yeah, it would be Vardy, right? Burnley are shite. If people are thinking of captain Vardy, let alone just playing him. So I think I have Vardy. You know what he'll do? He'll captain Sarr now because I've said that, and he'll fucking do amazing. Right, I think that's all the questions, and I think that's we stop it there. Have you got any? Shall we plug the FPL Wolf Pack? Do you want to give a little?
Oh yeah, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
It's not on many platforms, but there's a podcast called FPL Woolpack. I slid a bit there. I almost need to check on my phone now.
I got him up.
It's called the Wolf Pod.
Bam. Yep.
It's called the Wolf Pod. It's on. You just followed it then, like, yep, there we go.
Bam.
Thank you, mate. It's just we've got a cup competition. Actually, I've got a golden ticket, Dave, so I need to give that to someone. So I'm going to offer it to you, unless you've not got any space in your mini leagues.
Oh, thank you. A golden ticket for me.
Golden ticket. It's
I'll
not as exciting as
take a
it
golden
sounds.
ticket.
You just get.
How much
the
chocolate
league.
is there?
There's no chocolate.
Right, so it's not a golden ticket then.
If you win it, you win a mug. You win a mug.
I am a mug. I've already got that. I've already done. No, thank you so much. So the Wolfpack's it's a bunch of different people in it from the community, and they've came together and they've made a little podcast thing, and you're also doing a little cup for this week as well. That's starting this week.
It was just some Twitter. We had a head-to-head league. It started with and then everyone got invited into this chat on Twitter, and then we ended up doing a podcast and a cup, or a few cups.
Yeah, it looks good, and I've listened to it actually. It's a lot better than just a couple of guys getting together. Like you sound very professional. I've even taken some advice. It is really good. So if you guys haven't listened to it yet, I would go check it out. See if it's your cup of tea. It's really quite nice. And just as a teaser, I might be on it at some point in the next little bit.
In the next couple of weeks, I believe.
Exactly. Are you going to be on it at the same time as me?
I think it is. Yeah, because we can only have 3 people at a time. So we have Andy hosting. Yeah, then me and you.
Oh, that would be good. I like to
Yeah, and
know
we've
people.
no, so do I.
Column's been here. I'm gonna ask. He's woken up. He lives in Australia, and he's got fires to deal with and all sorts of shit, like actual fires, not FPL fires. He's got actual fires to deal with, and he's asked the question: who to bench Game Week 23? Grealish, DCL, or Mado?
Everyone's teams are so good.
I know. Mate,
Re
welcome to the world.
Yeah. All right, so Grealish. I'm just trying to see who Villa have got now. Away to Brighton. Brighton are quite good at home. I'd bench Grealish out of those three.
Yeah,
I'm very jealous. Like
I
some of the
know.
players I'm having to start.
I know. I'm thinking about transferring in Cantwell. So sorry. Who? If I go with this team that we've created together, which I'm not 100% sure I'm doing, because I did like the Mopai punt better than Martinelli.
The Mapai move is quite good short term, isn't it? It's just if
Because Martinelli is definitely short term, right? Like 100%, and they're not even that
definitely.
good. He just enables Mahrez. But if I go for Mapai, then it means that I can't afford a very expensive midfielder.
I think this is why it's important to know when you're wildcarding.
I know. I need to figure that out. I can afford
Yeah.
a 7 point something, 7.2, isn't it?
Because I like Morpie for this week, but he's one of those ones, because obviously I've got him, but if he blanks or doesn't have many shots, I don't know if I want him.
7.2 remaining if I was to do that. Mapai and someone. Or I could go Cantwell, right? I could go Cantwell for just this week and then maybe start downgrading Schmeichel and Soyuncu and changing my bench about and trying to get enough money to go up to Martial at some point. Would you be down for this? McCarthy in goals. There you go. Would you be down for that? Daft says Mapai's XG is shit.
It looks a bit safer.
Ah, you see, that's me all over, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a bit safer.
That means you don't like it. You're trying to think of a way. You like the triple up in City.
I just
late.
think triple up on something. I don't think it really matters what it is.
Right. Okay. Kind of.
Just to get a bit of traction, because I mean, if you can have a week where, what are you at the moment? 1 million, just under 1 million, or just over 1 million.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can have a week where you get 600,000, you might not even need to blow that wild card straight away.
That's true. I don't like blowing things. All right, I'll have a think. It's a lot of food for thought.
It's really difficult.
All right.
And I don't want to be responsible for you tripling up on City. They all get benched, and then you're.
Wow! Imagine they all got benched. I would laugh. I would laugh a lot actually. I'd be like, fuck it. Okay, so if I had all 3 City players in that team before that, who would you captain for me? Because I'm gonna pick one of these.
What, you want to captain a City player?
No, you said that you probably captain a City. Like if I had that team that I just had there, not this one in front of me, the captain with.
So it's Mahrez, De Bruyne, and.
Yeah. And
Sterling.
I had Martinelli.
Out of that, I'd be really tempted to just captain Sterling.
Yeah, just go for it. Fuck
I
the pain.
really would.
All right, captain Sterling. And then if I had this team, who would you captain?
Salah.
Perfect.
I'll go for it. You got. Yeah, it gives you the most upside because you got 3 players from the same team and a captain, so it's basically 4 players.
That's true.
I think that's the best way to move upwards. It can also be the best way to move downwards.
And then obviously I'm getting rid of Sterling the week after for Salah, right?
Exactly. Okay, yeah.
Cool. All right, as long as I get that triple up. All right, Slapjap, that's us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's good to be able to say, whatever you want and not, not have to worry about it. Talk about Hitler.
I didn't even swear that much.
Yeah, that's just me. So I apologize for that. But thank you so much for coming on at short notice too. Quite short notice. I've wanted to have you on for a while. I'm glad that we could do it. And I really appreciate it. If you guys don't follow Flappy yet, then you're a fucking idiot and you got to go and do that. You said yep at the same time. You say yep. If you don't follow me, you're a fucking idiot. So I appreciate you all joining us for the chat, and I'll see you. I'm not gonna be streaming Monday unless I've already finished my come down because I'm going to Amsterdam. But that's unlikely, so I'll probably move it to Tuesday. They really want you to neck that fucking pint, by the way. I'm so sorry about that.
That's right. I've almost finished 3. Look.
Yeah, prove it. There you go.
Like,
Look
prove
at that,
them
guys.
on the
That's
head.
good enough. No, you've done really well. You've done really well. So I appreciate you coming out, and I'll see you guys next week. And Flappy, I'll talk to you again on the Wolfpack, and you can send me that golden ticket.
I shall. Thank you.
Thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, 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 bye.